Come on.
Magandang araw mga kasamahan ko sa kooperatiba. Ngayon po, ipapakita ko sa inyo yung kauna-unahang naganap na Sectoral Apex Organization. Ang CDA po ay very proud na kami po ay nakapagdaos na ng isang SAO or Sectoral Apex Organization sa cluster ni ASIC Vidal Villanueva sa Finance Cluster. So sila po ang kauna-unahang SAO na ating idinadaos. During nung ginawa namin yon nung June 5, ay lahat kami sa CDA, lahat ng board, ang aming chairman, ang aming mga directors, ay excited sa magaganap na SAO. So, proud kami na pagkatapos ng aming regional cluster organization, hindi po biro iyon dahil bawat region, bawat cluster ay meron tayong representative at nakita namin ang commitment ng ating mga representative from the regions and ngayon nasa SAO na sila. Gusto ko rin pong ibahagi sa inyo kung gaano namin pinaghandaan at gaano ka-excited ang CDA at ganun din ang sektor. Ang Regional Cluster Organization ng Finance Cluster ay very cooperative, excited din sila at very committed dito sa Sectoral Apex Organization. Panoorin po natin lahat ito at naway magsilbi ito na maging batayan natin sa mga susunod na cluster na gagawin ang SAO. So panoorin po muna natin.
Magandang araw po sa ating lahat mga kababayan ko. Ngayong araw na ito ay napaka-excited natin kasi sa araw na ito ay naitakda po ang organization and election of the Sectoral Apex Organization of the Finance Cooperatives Cluster sa buong Pilipinas po. Tayo po sa cluster natin ang nauna na buuin ang 17 regions na ginawa nating Regional Clustered Organization, kaya tayo din po ang mauuna na gagawa dito sa Sectoral Apex Organization. Ito po ay alinsunod sa utos ng Republic Act 11364 na naglalayon po na ang Cooperative Development Authority bago tayo gumawa ng mga polisiya at directives para sa ating mga kooperatiba ay kailangan po ng isang malawakang konsultasyon sa sektor na ating pinagsiserbisyuhan. Kaya ngayong umaga, mapalad din tayo po na andito ang platform ni Ma'am Asik Lac Paradillo, itong tinatawag natin na serbisyong kooperatiba ni Asik Lac para mapanood at makita ninyo po lahat kung ano ang proceeding o ano ang nangyari doon sa Sectoral Apex Organization. Maraming salamat po and thank you so much.
Please help me welcome President Alexander Raquepo, RCO of Finance Cluster, Region 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, our humble servant in the cooperative movement, Reverend Pastor Ferdinand J. Valdez.
Hello po, magandang hapon po sa lahat.
I would like to introduce to you our RCO3 Finance Service Cluster President, Ms. Sharon Junicio.
Good afternoon po sa ating lahat and thank you po sa invitation po. Thank you po.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Region 4A RCO Finance Cluster President, Mr. Dennis I. Cocadis.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat at maraming salamat sa isang pagkakataong ito.
Ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of St. Vincent Ferrer Multipurpose Cooperative and President of the Finance Cooperatives Cluster of Mimaro, Ms. Jenebeth Conanan.
Good afternoon po sa lahat. Isang mapagpalang hapon po sa lahat. Thank you po, Director Chris, sa magandang pagpapakilala. Thank you po ulit. God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am very privileged to present to you Mr. Jerwin D. Pura, 39 years old, the Executive Manager of Salvation Farmers Development Cooperative.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present to you Region 6 President of the Finance Cluster, Mr. Al Avon J. M. Francisco.
Hello, maayong hapon sa inyo tanan. And thank you for this opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, the duly elected President of the Finance Cluster in Region 7, young and happily married, Ms. Florilis Valencia Bukingkito.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am proudly presenting to you a woman of passion and dedication to cooperatives, the President of RCO Finance Cluster in Region 8, Madam Luz Sinunangan Iringco.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present to you our RCO Finance Cooperative Cluster Region 9 President, the visionary leader, Mr. Pasenciano A. Tumaro.
Yes, my cooperative greetings to the CDE family headed by Yusik Joy Incabo. Sir, mayong hapon.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present to you the President of the Regional Clustered Organization Finance Cluster in Northern Mindanao Region, the best deal from Region 10, Engineer Dil Noel Doria Benigrado.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction, Regional Director Glenn Garcia. And I'd like to of course, greet the Chairman and the Board Directors of CDA, the CDA staff, and of course my colleagues and co-cooperators in the cooperative movement. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Friends, ladies and gentlemen, proudly presenting to you the RCO Finance Cluster President of Region 11, Efren Morley. Bravo!
Maraming salamat po sa good afternoon and have a blessed day. Thank you once again. Thank you.
May I introduce to you the cooperative superwoman in Region 12, no other than Mrs. Maria P. Alumbro Pineda, the Chief Executive of the Santa Catalina Credit Cooperative, as the President-elect of RCO Finance Cluster in Region 12.
Hello, good afternoon po. I hope everyone is safe. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our newly elected President under the Finance Cooperative Cluster of CDA Region 13, Mr. Arnold Suay Bagyo.
Thank you for the kind introduction, RD Pugata. At good afternoon po sa lahat. Mayong hapon sa mga.
Ladies and gentlemen, with pride and honor, let me introduce to you the NCR RCO President of the Finance Cluster, Madam Noni I. Hernandez.
I am very happy to interact with the cooperative leaders, particularly in the finance cluster. Nice meeting all of you. Yung iba po kilala ko, yung iba ay hindi. But I am looking forward for a closer interaction for the betterment of the cooperative movement. Magandang hapon po.
So, ladies and gentlemen, my FB friend, Ma'am Cardona.
Hello, good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. It is my pleasure to serve the cooperative. So for the love of cooperative, I'm here to serve. Thank you very much.
Now, next part of the program is also an introduction of other representatives from insurance co-ops, cooperative banks, tertiary co-ops, and CSF cooperatives. Let us hear from this very eloquent director from CSF department. May I call on Attorney Mona Lisa Arriba Juarez.
Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming this prominent cooperative figure. I am referring to no other than Attorney Gloria Guevara Futalan.
Thank you very much, Paniera Mona, Abby. Honored, privileged, blessed to be part of the largest cluster of cooperatives. My best wishes to my fellow leaders and the very industrious cooperative officers. Good afternoon po sa lahat.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Engineer Sylvia Okinlay Paraguya.
Thank you very much, Attorney. Maradyaw hapon, maayad hapon. Good afternoon sa ating lahat. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us warmly welcome Mr. Edwin Bustillos.
Thank you, Attorney Mona. Good afternoon, Yusek Joyenka po and lahat po ng ating Board of Directors, CDA and fellow cooperatives. Thank you po, Attorney.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one tough man behind one CISP is no other than Mr. Roy S. Mikla.
Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng mga kasama ko sa kooperatiba, lalong-lalo na po yung mga kasama natin sa CDA. May tapat pong paglilingkod kung sakaling tayo ay tawagin para sa NAC. Maraming salamat po.
Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Attorney Hubert E. Molina, CPA.
Thank you, ma'am. Magandang hapon.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us warmly welcome. Joining here with us today is Attorney Michael M. Borigas.
Salamat po, Ma'am Attorney Paniera. Salamat po mga kaibigan. Bati po sa lahat ng nangyari. It's really an honor to be here. Nakakalula ang bawat isa. Nakakatuwa naman ang nagsama-samang mga cooperative leader and it's really a pride and honor to be here. Magandang hapon po sa atin pong lahat. Kung anong maitutulong po natin, sama-sama po tayo para sa kooperatiba. Salamat po.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am referring to no other than Sir Emmanuel Pukiana. Good afternoon, sir. Sir Emil, good afternoon.
For that very kind introduction, and thank you so much to be a part of this exercise. Good afternoon to my fellow cooperative leaders, and I hope this will be a fruitful gathering for the betterment of the cooperative sector. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Mr. Lambert Lopez.
Hello po. It's a great privilege po na maging kasama sa meeting na ito at maraming salamat sa opportunity and magandang hapon po sa ating lahat.
Let us all welcome this very intelligent leader, Mr. Noel Raboy.
Salamat po sa chance to be part and the last person na hindi niyo you can remember all the time, Noel Raboy. Salamat po for this opportunity. The true representation with the cooperative is through this system initiated by no other than Asek Pedal at the same time with our chairperson in Capo and the rest of the team of the CDA. Congratulations to be part of this historic event in the cooperative movement. Magandang hapon po sa lahat.
By the power vested in me as one of the members of CDA Board of Directors by virtue of Republic Act 11364, I may now declare this meeting to order.
Our keynote speaker is a product of Ateneo de Davao University and completed his degree in college in 1997 with Bachelor in Arts, major in Sociology. He completed his master's degree in Development Management and Governance in the University of Makati last 2019 and is about to finish his executive doctorate degree in leadership, major in public management from the same university this academic year. He joined in the cooperative sector way back 2013, not only as a regular member, but also served as officer of Mediation and Conciliation Committee of El Grande Multipurpose Cooperative in Davao City. He is also a member of Tagum Cooperative since August of 2013 as well. Prior to his appointment in CDA as chair, he was an assistant secretary of the Presidential Management Staff for Regional Concern starting last July 2016 and concurrent head of the Office of the President, Events Management Cluster. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our young and energetic, humble, down-to-earth, and a workaholic chair of CDA, Yusik Joseph Joy Balyota in Capo.
Thank you very much, Asa Clark. Before anything else, I'd like to congratulate the entire CDA family in your support in the realization of this regional RCOs and the implementation of the Sectoral Apex Organization and the Finance Cooperative Cluster headed by ASEC Vidal Villanueva. I would like to congratulate all the presidents of the RCOs and all the representatives who are candidates of this Sectoral Apex Organization. In this exercise, it is a clear manifestation that your leadership exudes not only in your cooperatives, but the entire cooperative movement in your own region. More so, I'd like to take this opportunity that the CDA is here to be partners with you. We should not be adversarial, we should not be against each other, but somehow we should be jointly running the show in order to achieve the objectives of cooperativism. The Sectoral Apex Organization for Finance Cooperative Cluster is the first one, and things are getting more exciting. Whoever will be elected as officers, I hope that you're able to lead the path for the betterment of our cooperative movement. I believe that all leaders who are present today has imbued the core values of cooperativism. The leadership is the most important thing because we want also this apex, the sectoral apex, share as a thinking panel, not only with CDA, but able to transcend the great ideals in the finance cluster. Whoever will be selected in this process, please accept my congratulations to you. I know you have worked so hard for the longest time in your cooperatives and in your sector, and allow yourselves to be the great examples of leadership in your cooperatives. Let us bring on a legacy for this era and for this season, that despite of pandemic, we were able to manifest our commitment, our shared commitment, our shared ideals, our shared vision to everyone. More so, I would like to congratulate the Board of Directors of the Cooperative Development Authority, especially to ASEC Vidal, for the realization of this sectoral apex organization. You have indeed exemplified your efforts, your commitment, and your hard work has really reflect the kind of CDA that we are expecting to be in this period and the years to come. Remember that all RCO presidents, all representatives, we are all partners in this. Let us bring a good image to our cooperative movement and to the principles that we believe. Again, congratulations. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
On this organizational meeting, we will also be electing from and among the presidents of the regional clustered organizations, as well as those duly authorized representatives of the cooperatives as identified by the CDA pursuant to Section 3.1 of Memorandum Circular 2021-05, who will have automatic seat in the Sectoral Apex organization. But before that, I would like to thank each of you for actively participating during the organization and election of officers of the regional clustered organization, and for welcoming the challenges of your position as president of your respective regions. Thank you for accepting the responsibilities and the obligations that lies ahead of you. My appreciation also goes to the Philippine Cooperative Center, to the Philippine Federation of Credit Cooperatives, to the National Confederation of Cooperatives, to the Cooperative Bank Federation of the Philippines, Bank Co-ops, CLIMS and 1CISP, and the Credit Surety Funds Cooperatives for your attendance in today's activity. Pursuant to Section 4Z of Republic Act 11364 entitled Powers and Functions of the Authority, it provides that the authority shall recognize sectoral apex organizations and a national alliance representing all types and categories of cooperatives, which shall function as the overall consultative and coordinating body with the authority. Moreover, Section 3Y of the Implementing Rules and Regulations of RA 11364 defines sectoral apex organization as recognized organization of regional clustered organizations, including tertiary federations and unions of cooperatives operating nationwide to serve as consultative body in the national level on the issues and concerns affecting the respective clusters. During the organization and election of RCOs, it was the regional offices who facilitated the proceeding. Now, on this initial organization and election of the sectoral apex organization of the finance cluster, the CDA head office, spearheaded by me as finance cluster head, upon the support of all my CDA board of directors, is now tasked to facilitate this activity. The president and the vice president and one alternate who will be elected today on this sectoral apex organization shall represent the finance cluster of cooperatives in the National Alliance of Cooperatives in the performance of the alliance's function. While the Cooperative Development Authority is here as a developmental and regulatory government office, consultative bodies from the grassroots level up to the national level are significant to aid our clientele and stakeholders share proposals and come up with recommendations in crafting memorandum circulars, orders, policies, regulations, and laws, and at the same time, assist the CDA in cascading down the same to the cooperatives and all its members. Additionally, the Cooperative Development Authority's mandate are undoubtedly achieved when everyone involved in the sector has an open communication line. Through this constant communication, the CDA and the sector will be able to consult with one another to identify issues and concerns and thereafter find solutions. We are all in this together. To borrow the words of my former boss and my mentor, former Cebu Governor and House Deputy Speaker, who happened to be the author in the House of Republic Act 9520, the Cooperative Code of the Philippines. He said, in this country, and in spite of all competition, the cooperatives will only endure and survive. But as certain the sun rises in the east, will triumph and prevail. Mayong hapon kanatong tanan, and I pray that the great Senior Santo Niño de Cebu will continue to bless all of us, Christians and Muslims, and our beloved loved ones, and cover us with His powerful hands to spare us from all harms and dangers, especially on these abnormal times. Daghang salamat ug mabuhay ang kooperatiba, mabuhay ang co-op sector ug mabuhay ang CDA.
Let me present to you the procedures on how we will conduct the election later. Okay, so we have finished the organization of the regional cluster organization for the finance cooperative cluster, and now we'll be going to the organization of the sectoral apex organization for the finance cooperative cluster. Okay, so let us first review the functions of the sectoral apex organization. As the overall consultative and coordinating body with the authority, the sectoral apex organizations shall have the following functions. So, una is to represent the cluster, in this case, the finance cooperative cluster in the National Alliance of Cooperative, in the performance of the alliance role and functions. Number two is to promote and uphold the cooperative principles and values. Number three, also to conduct forums, consultations, and such other necessary activities pertaining to the specific cluster, and to collect reasonable fees, therefore, as may be permitted by the authority. Number four, you have to submit also to the authority reports on every activity conducted or participated. Number five, to make policy proposals and to engage in negotiations to protect members' livelihoods, jobs, and local communities. I think we have our assignment here. The first assignment is the guidelines governing the operation of lending of cooperatives engaged in lending activities. Okay, number six is to adopt internal rules for the operation of the sectoral apex organization, subject to the approval of the authority. Okay, so for the quorum for this organizational meeting, the required quorum is 50%, but I think in attendance now is 100%. Nandito naman kayong lahat. Okay, so for the officers of the sectoral apex organization, we have 5. You will be electing the president, vice president, alternate representative in the NAC, the secretary, and treasurer. So dito sa guidelines natin, the representatives from the sectoral apex organization to the NAC, dalawa po siya, the president and vice president. However, we have number 3, in case of the absence of the president or vice president, we have alternate representative. Ito po yung letter C. So you will also be electing the alternate representative in case po na absent si president and vice president. So we have 5, again, president, vice president, the alternate representative, we have secretary and treasurer. Okay, so election may be virtual or face-to-face. So ngayon, ang ginagamit natin is virtual election. Ang gagamitin natin. Okay, so initially, in the conduct of election, initially the CDE will preside and declare the floor open for nomination for the position of the president. Once the president's been elected, then he or she shall take over for the election of other officers. So anyone can move to close the nomination, and after the seconded, the election shall proceed. If there's only one nominee, he or she shall be proclaimed as the winning candidate. Of course, pag 2 or more nominees, we will now proceed to the casting of votes. So I think the RCOs, the conduct of elections of RCOs, used also the polling feature of the Zoom. So pareho din po ang gagamitin natin. We will use the feature of the polling feature of the Zoom, and ayun po gagamitin nyo. So you just tick the name of the chosen nominee and just press submit. Ganito po siya, no? So ito po yung mag-a-appear sa ating window after the nomination has been closed. Ito po yung mag-a-attend and you just tick the name of the chosen nominee and then click submit. Okay. And then, reminder lang po, huwag nyo pong i-close yung voting window kasi once you close that, wala na kayong chance na mag-vote. So, ibalik natin, huwag nating i-close. So, dito lang po tayo and then submit. Okay. So, after that, the authority will canvass the votes right after the casting and then counting entirely shall follow. So, since we are using the apps of the Zoom or the Zoom polling, siya rin po yung magtatali ng vote. And then after that, will be shown to you the result of the election. Okay. So in case of tie, it will be determined by drawing last. But since we are conducting it virtually, so we will use the wheel of names.com where yung nag-tie po, magpipili sila kung anong number, anong color, and then i-spin po ng ating apps. So, ganun po yung gagawin natin just in case na meron pong magtatay. Okay? So, after that, if there will be, after the election, kung wala pong objection to the result, the authority will now proclaim the winning candidates. And then, kung may protest, I hope wala naman siguro, the same shall be decided by the body during the said meeting. That's all for the election, and I just want to end this by the provision on the accountability of officers. The elected officers shall be accountable for their actions to the organizations and its members. So maraming salamat po and good luck po mamaya sa ating election.
Congratulations, Attorney Michael Burigas.
Salamat po sa inyo pong tuwala. Salamat po ng marami po.
Ayun. Okay. Well, the members of the SAL voted already and we have elected Engineer, am I correct? Baka magkamali ako, mapagaya ko sa Miss Universe. Engineer Sylvia Paraguya as Vice President. Congratulations po, Engineer Ibing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the confidence.
Thank you.
Elected officers for Sectoral Apex Organization. We have our new president, Attorney Michael Burigas. The vice president is Ma'am Sylvia Paraguya, and the alternative is Attorney Gloria Futalan, and then our secretary is Attorney Hubert Molina, and then the treasurer is Ma'am Boking Quito.
We recognize and we accept all the elected officers of the Sectoral Apex Organization for the Finance Cooperative Cluster. And I extend my heartfelt congratulations to everyone from the President and the entire elected officers. Thank you, more power, and God bless.
I will call on our newly elected President of Sectoral Apex Organization, Attorney Michael Burigas.
Well, honestly, Attorney Grace, this is unexpected to our USEC Joy, and to the rest of the ASEC present here, particularly to our very own ASEC in the finance cluster, ASEC Vidal. Sabi naman namin po sa inyo, ano man ang mangyari, we're just here to support truly po, ako po ay naniniwala. Finance cluster is one of the largest cluster in the cooperative sector. Alam po natin na napakalaki po ng cluster po na ito. And naniniwala po tayo na sa kung ano ang kaya po nating magawa. Okay? Alam ko ang puso ng bawat isa sa atin. We are all here for the cooperative. We are all sold out here. Our soul is being given for the cooperative. Naniniwala po ako, hindi matatawaran ang mga dedikasyon, ang commitment na nagawa po ng bawat isa para po sa atin pong sektor. At naniniwala po ako, may isusulong pa. Kumbaga po, kung maganda na, may igaganda pa. Lagi naman po, there are always room for improvement and there are always room for development. And sana po, kagaya po ng atin pong tinanggap na katungkulan, ang katungkulan po natin is to support. This is actually for the cooperative sector. It may be another burden for everyone. It may be another work for everyone. Pero niniwala po ako, tinanggap po natin ito at sa punto pong ito, sana po ay maitaguyod po natin, mas maitaas po natin ang bandera ng finance sector, ng buong cooperative sector, hindi lamang po dito sa Pilipinas, kundi makipagsabayan po tayo sa ibang bansa. Tutulong po kami, USEC, tutulong po kami ang mga ASEC, tutulong po kami in crafting the policies that is really necessary, the policies that is really, sabihin na po natin, applicable and really reasonable enough for us in the cooperative sector. Umasa po kayo ng kami po dito like the servanthood. Sabi nga ng Panginoon in the book of Philippians chapter 4, ang sabi in 2 verse 5, let the mind of Christ be in you. And what is that mind? It's a mind of humility, it's a mind of servanthood, it's a mind that thinking of yourself above any other. Walang mahusay, walang matalino po sa atin. Lahat po tayo dito ay pantay-pantay. Ang mahalaga ay willing lang po tayo magsakripisyo para po sa atin pong kooperatiba. Sa lahat po ng mga regional president po na naririto, sana po tulong-tulong po tayo. Okay? Would like to apply this since this is a body for consultation. Sana po talagang tayo ang maging instrumento ng CDA in consulting. Gagampanan po natin talaga. Ang ating pong gagawin is that from top to bottom, but let's practice from bottom to top. Gusto nating marinig pamula sa baba at tayo po bawat isa ang gagamitin, ipaabot po natin pamula sa inyo pong level, pamula po sa inyong sektor, iaakyat po natin at muli po nating ibababa para sa maayos po na implementasyon. Sa akin pong mga kasamahan ng mga nahalal ng mga officers, sana po magtulong-tulong po tayo. Tayo pong lahat, mabuhay po ang kooperatiba. Anumang pandemya ang dumaan, susulong at susulong dahil nandiyan ang gabay ng Panginoon. Marami pong salamat sa ating lahat. Thank you so much po.
By the power vested in me as member of the CDA Board of Directors of the Cooperative Development Authority, I now declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you and mabuhay po ang lahat.
O di po ba, napakaganda, napaka-exciting. Sana po kayo din, kung ano yung aming, kung paano kami na-excite, sana kayo din po ay ma-excite sa mga susunod kung saang cluster kayo na belong, ano. So, tayo po ay sama-sama para mas malakas. Wag po nating pabayaan na tayo ay magkanya-kanya. So, sasama-sama doon lang po natin mafe-feel yung tuloy-tuloy na ginhawa sa kooperatiba kung tayo ay magsama-sama, kung ano man ang ikabubuti ng ating sektor ay yun po ang ating tatahakin. So, abangan nyo po ang mga susunod na gagawin namin cluster at sectoral cluster organization. Ito po ay pangako ko na ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano namin gaganapin at gaano ka-independent itong SAW na ito from CDA. Nandito lang po ang CDA para gumabay, umalalay at umasiste sa inyo. Hindi po kami makikialam sa inyong mga activity, pero kung kami po ay kailangan ninyo para sa pag-guide sa inyo, handa po ang CDA palagi. Kahit anong araw yon, kung kayo ay nangangailangan, magpasabi lang po kayo dahil ang CDA kahit kailan ay handa pong tumulong sa sektor. Yun po lamang sa ngayon at yung mga hindi pa po nakapag-subscribe, like and subscribe my channel. Maraming salamat po at magandang araw sa lahat.